I'm Jake Mitchell, Director of Climate Tech Innovation with Trellis Group, and I'm sitting here with Arvin Vohra, CEO at Redaptive. Arvin, welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
So good to have you. Yeah. Uh, let's get into just an overview of what Redaptive is. I know it's an energy as a service company, so just tell us a bit what the company does and how it helps your clients hit their sustainability goals.
Yeah, absolutely. So just like imagine you're a global head of real estate. You have hundreds of facilities, and to actually decarbonize them economically at scale is a pretty gargantuan task,
Yeah.
right? It requires your capital budgeting. It requires the resources in terms of the contractor base that can actually do those projects. It requires data to actually measure and verify the outcome, so you can truly see what you're saving from both the carbon and a cash flow standpoint.
Right.
And so we've put all that together into one big offering, which is an end-to-end one-stop shop for Fortune 500 companies that they can tap into and say, here's the funding for all the upgrades that you need at a cost-effective cost of capital. Here's what who can get the job done for you, and here's the data that shows exactly what the outcome is for you as a client. So it helps them decarbonize at scale.
Right. That's powerful because it's a one-stop shop. So you're
Yeah,
working with both hardware as well as software to actually measure and analyze the data,
that's
savings, cost efficiency.
that's exactly right. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so we have electric, water, gas metering in house that continuously shows, folks, here's what you would have been consuming, and here's what you're consuming now, in a very simple way, right? So they see the actual cost reduction, which, as you know, it's difficult to find sometimes because you have a big utility bill that's everything commingled in it.
Right. It's hard to read that even. So, well, let's move on. I know that to make this work, you need an impressive ecosystem of partnerships, which you do have with companies like PwC, Trio Energy. So when partnering, what are the key factors that you consider, and what drives the success of, partnerships?
Yeah, it's a really good point, and the ecosystem and partnerships are really the backbone of how this is going to work, right? Like at scale, if we need to accomplish this as a society, as a set of companies to drive this type of sustainability outcome, we all need to come together. And so this entire ecosystem is, particularly even here at GreenBiz, right? It's all about 1 + 1 = 3. Um, and every single company has their specialization, their skill set. And what clients are looking for is a solution that is seamless and stitched together that actually drives the outcome, right? Because most clients have a core business of doing something else, right? Making pharmaceutical drugs, manufacturing something, patient experience. And because they have something else to focus on as their primary objective as a company, it's on us to provide something that's seamless through this ecosystem to drive that outcome, right? So that's the mantra at Redaptive. We're marketplace friendly. We want to work with everyone in terms of driving this outcome and giving folks tools to get more done faster.
Absolutely. And it reminds me of something. I think it was Tulane on the main stage said that no one brand or company is going to solve the climate crisis. Right? It takes an ecosystem. The 1 + 1 = 3 is
That
essential.
that's 100% right, right? As I tell the team internally, as we describe it, there's going to be multiple superhero companies that need to come together to actually take it down, right?
Absolutely.
Like the Avengers
The
didn't work
Avengers.
together by themselves to take down Thanos. You needed all of them to take it, right? And all of us have unique skill sets that apply to driving that outcome.
Absolutely. So you're leading a breakout conversation today, later today, actually, called "The Power of Partnerships." So, what insights do you hope attendees will walk away from that session?
That the traditional mindset of own your customer and account control and things like that are pretty pervasive in our industry. We're revolutionizing that, right, into this Avengers mindset, if you will, of like 1 + 1 = 3, and that's the experience that we're going to talk about with our partnerships, and we brought all of them together, right? To your point, like CBRE, PwC, Trio Energy. We have a few clients that are going to be joining us in Apollo and Microsoft, and that's what we'll talk about, is how do you bring all of this together to have that experience, which is a completely different way of walking for us as an industry. So then the clients don't have the burden of stitching together all these solutions to drive their outcome.
Right.
We stitch it together as an ecosystem and provide them the outcomes that they're looking for.
That's huge value. And we're almost out of time, but since we use the Avengers analogy a lot, who do you resonate with most? Which character of the Avengers?
Well, I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of Hulk, right? Because it's like, cutting
go wrong.
through it and getting to the point and driving the outcome. But
Breaking
uh,
things and driving an
yeah,
outcome.
exactly. Because we're disruptive. So
Love it.
yeah.
Well, thank you, Arvin, for
Thank
sharing
you.
your insights today. You just heard from Arvin, from CEO of Redaptive. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more interviews soon.
Yeah, appreciate having me. Thank you.
Thank you.